Hi everyone, thanks for joining me tonight. It's HITT Core Yoga Night and we are going to be doing a double ladder. So it's a double ladder, but we're going to do it twice through, so 2 rounds of that, and I'll explain when we get there. But we are going to start up with some yoga, do our HITT workout, and then we will end in some yoga and cool down poses at the end. So the HITT portion of the class is going to be about 25 minutes long, probably ish tonight, and yeah, the rest will be yoga and stretching and stuff. So let's get to it. You will need either a couple blocks, but you can also use, if you have a chair or ottoman handy, or some kind of bench to do some tricep dips, then that would be great. You can also do them from the floor. It won't be as effective, but I recommend just kind of getting some elevation of some sort. So whatever you have nearby. So when you're ready, just come onto your mat and we'll get started. So in child's pose, bring your knees wide and big toes touching, and stretch your arms forward. So long deep breaths in and out through the nose. Settle the shoulders down, inner arms. Lift up, place the right hand on top of the left hand, release down. Come on up, switch sides, left hand on top of the right hand. All right, come on back to center. Bring your palms to touch and then bend into your elbows. Bring the thumbs to the back of your head or neck. Breathe into your shoulders here. All right, releasing the arms forward. Let's rise up, come to tabletop pose. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Go ahead, round the spine, or to a cat arch, and then inhale, release the belly. Lift your chin, chest forward, pull your shoulders back. Exhale and inhale. So just going at your own pace, just try to move with your own breath though. Inhaling, spine extension, and then exhaling when your spine is in flexion. Move around circle motions. Make a different direction to move to. Bend into your elbows. Move around in those shoulders. Keep the breath flowing. Keep the core slightly engaged. Okay, so we're just going to stretch the hips. We're going to circle the hip around and then lean your hips over to the right. So pull back into the right here. You can walk your arms a little more forward. Should feel that on the outer hip. And then releasing. And then go over to the left side. So press your hips way over to the left, and again you can kind of stretch at the opposite angle here to the right with your arms if you like. Drop your head. Breathing. Should feel that on the outer left hip. And then release. Now just straight forward with the arms to puppy pose. Head to the floor. Now we're targeting the shoulders and your lats, chest, biceps. One more deep breath in and out. And then release. Walk up, walk in, your hands in, tuck your toes under, and then press yourself back into a squat. So walk yourself back so that you're at the back of the mat. Reach your left arm up to the sky, bring it down. Reach your right arm up to the sky, bring it down, come forward to plank pose. Lower through chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet, bend into your knees, come into a squat at the back of the mat. Reach your right arm up, bring it down. Reach your left arm up, bring it down. Walk forward to plank pose, lower through chaturanga, bring it into up dog or cobra, come up into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg back behind you, bring it down. Left leg behind you, bring it down. Right leg, inhale, exhale. Left leg, inhale, exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet again. Come into a squat at the back of the mat. And then from here, we're just going to, you can use your hands for support. We're going to drop the knees down to the floor. Walk the hands back. Arch the back. Pull the shoulders back. Come forward, hands in front. And then pull yourself back into a squat. Forward. Knees drop down, toes are tucked under. Come back, open up the chest. Come forward and pull the hips back into a squat. One more time. Drop the knees down. Hands come back. Inhale. Exhale. And then back into a squat. Come forward into plank pose. Chaturanga. Up dog, cobra, and then back up into downward facing dog. This time lift your right leg up into the air, bend into your knee, and just hold that for a moment. Looking underneath your right armpit. Bring it down. Switch sides. Left leg bends and the knee bends, looking underneath your left armpit. And then release down. Right leg just straight back. Inhale, down. And inhale, left leg, exhale, down. Separate your feet wide, come back to the back, or walking back to the back of the mat, this time with your legs straight. And again, your feet are just separate a little bit wider, so mine are as wide as my mat. And then I'm just gonna hold that forward fold. Rock from side to side if that feels good. Back to center, and then let's rise up all the way. So reach arms above your head, drop your left arm down to your left side, and then reach overhead with your right arm. You can look over to the right, and then over to the other side. Left arm or right arm down, left arm overhead. And both arms reach up, inhale, and then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Clasp your fingers, press down. Inhale, lift the arms, and then exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. This time we're gonna lift the arms up and then break them out. Swan dive back behind you, clasp your fingers behind you, pull back. Look up, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up all the way. Arms reach up, and then exhale, sweep all the way down forward, walk forward to plank pose, and lower through chaturanga. Lift into up dog or cobra, and then come back to downward facing dog. Walk it out. Walk your hands back to your feet. This is back of the mat again, full forward. Rise up all the way. Sweep arms overhead. Clasp your fingers and hands at the top of your head. Now lean to your left. Come back to center. Now lean to your right side. Keep breathing. breathing. Come back to center. Now we're coming into a squat, and then with your hands clasped, you're just going to reach straight in front of you and pull the hips way back. And just breathe into the back. Keep pushing the palms forward and keep the hips pulling back. The weight should be in your heels. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, stand and release, and then begin sweeping from side to side, twisting from side to side. So you can kind of shift your weight from side to side as you're twisting. And we're just moving into more of our dynamic workout, warm up before we move into our HITT workout. Okay, reach to those arms. Let's do one more on each side. 1 and 2. Okay, squat and toe touch reach. So come down for a squat, reach with both hands to touch a foot, alternating legs. Don't worry about if you can't touch your foot, that's fine, just reach for it. Think about your form, pulling back into a squat, and then standing, squeezing your glutes forward, and reaching through the arms, leg. Inhale down, and exhale, reach. One more on each side. Okay, moving into butt kickers and arm swings. So alternating which heel comes up and alternating which arm goes over. So right arm over and left arm over, opening the chest. As your arms open, you're rotating your palms open to the ceiling as well. Okay, just try to relax your jaw and your facial muscles as you do this. Just trying to get blood flowing into those shoulders. Get the heart rate up a little bit. Okay, next we're just going to do some roundhouse kicks here to get warming up the legs. So we're going to come down for a squat, and then you're going to take that right knee over to the left and then down. So if you want to straighten out the leg, you can do that. But if you could just do the knee, that's fine. And then come to a squat. And then the left one is going to go over to the right and then down to the left. And then squat. Okay, so you're crossing over and down. Okay, if you really want to, again, you can straighten the legs out like I am. But if you don't feel warm enough, don't worry about doing that. So just squat in between each kick. Get those hips warm. Pull the core in. Inhale down, and then exhale, do your sweep kick. Okay, let's do one more on each side. All right, and then just arm circles. So go forward. And just keep breathing here. Okay, and then let's go back. All right, and shake it out. Okay, so like I said before, we're doing a double ladder. So it's gonna go 40, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20. So an ABC pattern, same exercise for 40, 40, and then we'll go to a B, do that exercise twice through, and then a C, 20 seconds, we'll do that twice through, and then we'll move into a different group of exercises. So there's three different groups of exercises, and we'll do the one round, and then we'll come back and do it all again, maybe with a little bit of different. There isn't too much difference between the rounds, but yeah, they'll get you. They're really dynamic, so you will have lots of time to practice and practice your coordination with everything. There's just 7 seconds rest in between the exercises here. So no 10-second rest, we're cutting it down by 3 seconds. But it should be plenty enough time for your rest in between to bring your heart rate down. So starting off with snowboard hops, we're gonna jump back to mountain climbers. So each snowboard hop, you're gonna be in an angled position, so a 45-degree angle. Whatever foot is forward, that's which hand is going to be down, and then your other hand is going to be back. So we're going to hop to do the other side. So we're going 1, 2, and then 3, and then you're going to come off your mat. You're going to plant the hands down, jump off your mat to a plank pose, and then do 2 mountain climbers, jump forward, and then do 1, 2, 3. And now you're going to be on the other side. Plant your hands down, jump back to plank, 1, 2, and then jump forward, down here, and then you keep doing 1, 2, 3. So doing it in 3s, you'll end up being on the different side of your mat each time, okay? So that is for 40 seconds times 2. It's gonna be getting right into the cardio. Next we're doing bear push-ups, and then we're gonna walk back to a squat and do alternate elbow to opposite knee. So explaining there, so we're squatting down, we're gonna catch yourself, so do a bear push-up, you're falling forward, catch yourself, do your push-up with the bent knees and bent elbows, and either push yourself back into squat or walk yourself back into squat, and then you're gonna come up and go opposite knee to opposite elbow, down to squat, opposite knee, opposite elbow, down to squat, and then back into your bear push-up, okay? And just keep moving back. So you can walk down to do that push-up and walk back if you don't want to do that power catch and then power push back. For 20 seconds on, we're just doing plank jacks. So you're in plank, and then feet wide, feet together, and then you're kind of bouncing. If you don't want to do the bouncing, then just do this. Just do the step outs. Okay, for 20 seconds at a time, try to keep in the plank form as best you can. You can do that from your elbows if you have wrist issues. Okay, let's get right to it. You got 7 seconds to get ready. We're doing the snowboard hops to the 2 mountain climbers. Alternating sides, go. 1, 2, 3. Almost there, 1 second, okay. That was the first round, now we're going to do that again for 40 seconds. Go. 3, 1, 2. 2, 3. Woo! Should feel this in your legs. Hopefully you weren't snowboarding today. I feel sorry for you. You'd be pretty hardcore doing this workout. 2, 1, okay. Now into those bear push-ups. Walk back and then squat. Okay, coming down, go for it. Down squat, down squat. Okay, Now that one round, I'll just show you how to do the walk down. 2, 1, go. So you'll be walking down like that. Do your push-up, walk back, squat, opposite elbow to the knee, okay? Make sure if you're trying that catching yourself move, fingers are nice and wide, elbows stay bent. Whew, all right. Okay, now we're into 20 seconds, and those are the plank jacks. 2, 1, go. So try to keep your core engaged the entire time as you're hopping. Try to keep your legs mostly kind of straight, have a straight body line. All right, rest. We got one more and then we're done this group of exercises. 2, 1, go. Three, 2, and 1. All right, so that was the end of that first group of exercises. So drink some water, not too much, and we'll move on to our next group. Okay, alternate lunge. Here we get into some flying moves. So donkey kicks, alternate lunge, donkey kick, walk back. So you're going to be more on the back of the mat. So you're going to go lunge, lunge, or hop lunge, or you can go step back lunge, step back lunge. Feet together, walk down to kind of a tabletop position, do your donkey kick, walk back, and then lunge, lunge. Okay, so it's just that the whole time. If you can't do the donkey kick, you could just do kind of a kick up like that if you want to, alternating legs. You don't have to do both legs at the same time. Remember, it's going to be almost like you're going to kick up into a handstand anyways, so you can kind of do the split leg form. Then we got bicycles, so we're going to do some abs. We're doing 4 bicycles and 4 sit-through punches. So you're on your back, going 1, 2, 3, 4 bicycles. Sit up, punch, 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 punch. 2 on each side. Come back down on your back. Over to opposite knee. Okay. Then see, ending in 2 plie hops, 2 plie pulses and 2 1 hop. So feet wide, knees wide, legs wide, and then coming down. 1, 2 pulse, and then hop on the third. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that will that'll be the leg killer for that 20-second on wrap. So alternate lunge, walk forward, plank. Let's go. 7 seconds to get ready. More at the back of the mat or middle of your mat. 3, 2, 1, go. Lunge, lunge, walk forward, jump, and then back. So you can just kind of plant your hands like I did, just plant, and then right away do your kick up if you don't want to do the walk down. Woo, the 11 legs. All right, take a break. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pretty energy intensive move here, as you may know. Good job, everyone. 8 seconds. Come on, you can do it. All right, that's it. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, at least we have some abs to bring that heart rate down a little bit. Go, bike, 4 and 4. Come up, punch, 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 punch. When you're gonna sit up, you're not sitting up all the way, you're leaning back so that your abs are on, your upper abs are on when you're punching. Okay, take a break. Do one more 30-second round. 2, 1, go. Seconds. 1, okay. So come on up and we'll do those plie hops. So 2 pulses to 1 hop. Go. 2 and 3. Get down nice and low. Hips pulling back, way back there. Weight in your heels. Okay, break. 1 more round, we're done this group of exercise. Go. Okay, that's it for that group. Okay, we have 1 more, and then we are going to do that whole thing all over again. So, again, if you need water, take that. Okay, let's get into some crawling. I'm a big fan of crawling. It's just a really good workout with just your body weight. So we're going to do those some sideways 8 crawls to a jump squat. So you use the length of your mat. Basically, you're just going to do kind of 1 crawl to one side and using your hands as the jump over point. So you're going to get down nice and low, and then you're going to reach over to the center of your mat with your hands kind of in line with your shoulders already, and then you're going to bring your body through. So plant, weight transfer to your hands, bring your body through, and then we're going to stand up and kind of do this half squat. So my right knee's bent, my left leg is straight, and then I'm going to come down. So it's kind of like this big sweeping motion. So coming down to the other side, and then over to that other side. So doing that half squat on the other side. Okay, so I kind of want you to just keep sweeping from side to side. Takes a while to get it, but once you plant your hands down, then you got to take the weight, your body weight, into your hands. Kick up like you're going to do a handstand so that you can travel over to the other side. We're just doing that for for the first 40, and then we're going to do bear crawls for the second 40. So that is the only difference. So bear crawls, you're going to be in this tabletop position, toes tucked, knees hovering, and then you're just going to walk. So practice that contralateral movement of bringing your right hand, left foot off the ground, left hand, right foot off the ground. So doing those opposite movements, working on getting good at going back and forth. So just the travel. And you can walk around the room if you want. If you're not bound to your mat and you just want to get off your mat, then go ahead, just do whatever you want. So the difference between that and those chameleons that we were doing is that the arms are going to be straight. So there's no push up in it. You're just kind of mostly arms are straight, a little bit of bend into them, but you want to keep that flat back and kind of that tabletop shape the whole time. Knees are hovering, so you're not in down dog. Don't do down dog. That's not going to do anything really. You might get a little bit of a workout, but try to keep that tabletop shape. That is what makes it really core intensive, because my knees are bent there at 90, my quads are working, right? I'm just moving like that, hovering those knees off the ground. It's going to be killer. Okay, so we'll do those 2 crawling, and then for 30 seconds on, we'll do burpee sit-throughs with some split plank push-ups. So burpee style, you're going to jump back into that tabletop pose, do the kick under on the right side, do the kick under the left side, tabletop pose, and then you jump back to a plank, and then you're going to take one leg out, do your push-up in a split plank position. I'm going to face this way. In a split plank, back to plank. Do a split plank push-up, and then back to plank, and then you jump forward, and you jump up, and then you go back. So jump back again, do your sit-throughs to those split push-ups. For C's, tricep dips, this is what I'm talking about with those blocks, or back of a chair, or anything elevated off the ground. I'm going to use my blocks in the medium setting here, and just back behind me, and then you can walk your legs further away to make this harder, so with legs straight, or if you want it easier, knees are bent, and that goes to if you're up on a chair. Okay, the further you walk your legs away, the more intense. And yeah, so just make sure that your elbows are bent, and then it straightens. So bend and then extend the arms and really push on that extension. When that extension happens, that's when your tricep contracts, and that's when you're engaging, and then you're releasing. So make sure you're engaging and releasing to as best range as possible as you can make that. And yeah, so let's do that. Get on with it. Second round will go a lot quicker, as I won't explain so much. But yeah, 8 crawling, about 7 seconds to get ready for some fun times in a plant. 1, go. So plant, and then I'm doing that. Make come up the camera a little bit. When you stand up, you're kind of doing that half squat. So you're gonna start with just the feet barely lifting off the ground like I am. But then you can also work up to doing kind of those bigger movements where you're almost kicking up like that donkey kick and getting a little more shoulder workout in the process. All right, so to bear crawls for the next 40, tabletop position, go. So just traveling forward, traveling back, concentrating on engaging your core, concentrating on bringing those knees nice and low to the ground. Remember, you're not in down dog, your bum is down, and you're trying to have a straight body line, straight spine. Feel your fingers touch the floor. Feel your fingers dig into the floor, and really strengthening those hands there. Okay, so now we're on to burpee, the burpee sit-throughs with a split push-up. Okay, so come back into that tabletop, kick under, plank, push-up split, jump forward, jump up. And then once you got it, you're just gonna go a lot faster. In a core intensive move to 1. Okay, have your break. Starting all over again in 3, 2, 1. So you're jumping back just to that tabletop position. Then you jump back to the plank. ending in the tricep dips. When you're ready, I know it's not a long time to get ready. Go for it. And we just have 20 seconds here. So try and just grind them out. Focus on your form. You're not using your hips. By the way, you're not doing this. You're not doing those hip thrusts. Make sure your elbows bend and then straighten. So heavy through your hips. Bend and then straighten. That's what's going to work your triceps and get them really pumped up. 7 seconds left. Oh my goodness. 3, 2, 1. Okay. That was the end of round 1, everyone. Good job. We're going to do it again. A little bit of a quicker speed. All right. So starting with the snowboard hops to the jump back plank, doing those mountain climbers, to the bear push-up, walking back opposite elbow to opposite knee, and plank jacks. So 40, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20. Let's go for round 2, everyone. 7 seconds to get ready for snowboard hops. So facing that angle and ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it'll get easier for you since you know what's coming, and that's the good thing about these exercises. Once you kind of get familiar with how it's going to run, then you can shut your brain off a little bit and really try and go for it. Get the heart rate up. Okay, well, one more round of that. 2, 1, go. Holy moly. You might feel like you've been snowboarding all day after this. That's good. I just saved you a lift ticket, you guys. All right. Bear push up to the walk backs. Okay, go. So push up and then elbow to knee, elbow to knee. All right. Woo. One more round of that. 2, 1, go. Almost there, we got 6 seconds, you guys. Keep going. Keep going. 3, 2. All right. Okay, we're on plank jacks. Plank jacks for 20 seconds. Go. Try and go as fast as you can. Engaging your core as much as possible. One. Great. Okay, we're on one more of that, and then we're done that first group of exercises. 2, 1, go. 5 seconds. 2. All right. Good job, good job. Okay. We don't have to see that one again because we're done that first, the first group of exercises. And then we got 2 more groups and we're done. So the alternate lunge, walk forward, donkey kick. And then, donkey kick, and then you walk back, okay. And then bicycle, 4 bicycles, 4 punches, and the C is the plie hop, 2 pulse, 1 hop. Okay, 7 seconds to get ready. We are doing it at the back of the mat here for lunging. Lunge, donkey kick, you guys. Go. 1, 2, come down, fly. Again, I'm just kind of skipping that walk down because I'm pretty confident I can catch myself, but you can do the walk down. You just walk down to the tabletop pose and then you do that kick. Bum, heels to your bum, and then walk back. 10 seconds. Make sure your elbows are pretty locked out here when you come down. You just lock them and then you transfer your weight. Take that break. Go. Oh. Now my body's remembering how hard this is. You run out of gas fast. That's good. 13 seconds. Keep going, you guys. Keep moving. Even if you aren't doing the full movement, that's fine. All right. Hi. Okay, 4 bicycle, 4 sit through punch. 2, 3, 4. Come up halfway. Punch. You want to make this more burly? Come up, keep your legs off the floor, and do punches. So legs, feet don't touch the floor the entire time. Rock up, punch, punch. Okay, break. Try that for the next round. 30 seconds, go. Yeah, that's definitely harder. Woo. 5 seconds. Oh. All right, so plie hops, and then we're done with this second round, or this second group. Okay, go, 1, 2, and then hop. Weight back into your heels. Again, just think about your form. Try to keep your back straight, back flat, chest up. Okay, break. 1 more round, 20 seconds. 1, go. Seconds. Weight back in your heels, you guys. Try to keep your chest up. Okay, that's it. Good job. On group 2, done. Okay, we got one more. One more group. Hope you're with me. Pretty awesome. Okay, ape crawl. Ape crawl, first 40. Bear crawl, second 40. Then we're doing 2/30s of the burpee sit through to the split push-ups, split plank push-ups. And then the last round is these tricep dips, which are gonna be Feeling awesome. 7 seconds, you guys. Let's get to ape crawling. I'll start on this side. Nice and low. Plant your hands. Go over. Do that side squat. Feels pretty good. Once you kind of get the flow of it, I think it's feeling strong. Feeling strong in your hands and your shoulders. Crawling is kind of like the sneaky cardio. 3. All right, bear crawling. Tabletop form. 3, 2, 1, go. Don't worry about going fast. Too, if you're just learning how to crawl. Everyone's got to learn sometime. So you go slow and just focus on your form. Again, work on that contralateral movement. So you're bring those opposite hand, opposite foot off the ground at the same time. Landing, going forward, going back. All right. Now we're doing the burpee sit through, kick throughs. Okay, jump back, kick under, jump back to plank, split, push up. Other side, split, push up, jump forward, and jump up. You can stand up at the back or at the end there. You don't have to jump up at the top if you don't want to. Forward and up, jumping back. All right, a lot of moves for just those 30 seconds, so hope you got it all. Okay, go for it. So kick under, split push up, come forward, jump up. Oh, hope you're sweating. Almost there, guys. 4 seconds. Keep going. All right. Okay, our last one. Go tricep dips. And go. 20 seconds. And just focus on your form. Bend the elbows, straighten the elbows. Bend, straighten. Just keep with that mantra. Straighten and squeeze. Pull the shoulders down. Think about the shoulder blades pulling down your back as well. So just noticing what your shoulder blades are doing. Go. Bum is heavy. It's all in the arms. Try to isolate the triceps. Especially if you don't feel it. Work a little bit harder. Walk those feet away from your bum. 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Good job, everyone. That was our last group of exercise for the second round. We did a double-double. Hopefully, it was way better than that coffee for you. I hope you're feeling energized, ready to stretch it out. So come on up when you're ready, and we'll start with those sweeping arms overhead and bending forward, sweeping down below. Okay, follow your breath. We're just trying to bring that heart rate down nice and slow. Exhale down and inhale, lifting. Feel free to breathe out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Coming down below this next time and just holding that forward fold. Rocking side to side, hugging your arms, or just letting your arms dangle, whatever feels good. Breathing into your back. Fill it up with oxygen, let it go. All right, release the arms and then rise up all the way. So we're gonna reach up above the head here and grab onto the right wrist with the left hand. Take it over to the left. Pull the right shoulder back. Maybe looking to the shoulder, looking to the right. As you're doing this, feel that big side stretch on the right side. And then come back to center and then switch. Grab onto your left wrist. Lift it, stretch it way up to the ceiling, and then keep leaning over to the right. All right, and then come back to center and then release it. So stepping to the top of the mat, sweeping arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway, lift, and then exhale. Step your right foot back in a lunge. Drop your right knee down to the floor. Sweep arms overhead. Twist to your left side. Reach your arms out. Keep holding, breathing, and then come forward with the arms, reach up. Inhale, and then exhale, hands down to the floor, and step back into plank pose, lower through chaturanga, up dog cobra, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, left knee down to the floor, arms up, and then twisting to the right side. Just holding, breathing. Lift in a straight posture through your spine here, and then close it, and then reach up both arms, and then bring it down. Step back into plank pose, lower through chaturanga to up dog or cobra, and then come back into down dog. Walk it out in down dog, stretch out those calves. We're just gonna add a little bit of fascia stretch to this down dog movement. I'm gonna take that right foot off the ground, and I bring the back of the right foot to the left calf and push into the muscle, and then drag my foot down. Okay, think of foam roller. Think of a lacrosse ball. So pushing in as that muscle is contracted in that stretch. Okay, and releasing and switching sides. So with the back of the left foot, you're doing the same to the right calf. Push the back, so the bony part of the top of your foot, you're pushing that into the calf muscle and dragging the foot down to the ankle. Maybe just finding a spot in the calf muscle which just feels extra terrible, and staying there, breathing through it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, and then release it. Okay, walk it out. Walk, walk, walk. Squat, feet wide, walk back into a squat. Reach your right arm to the sky. Holding that twist open, down, over to the other side. Left arm lifts, bum pulls down. Try to relax your ankles, your heels down to the ground. And then release. Walk forward to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up into the air, bend into the right knee. Stretch, step forward into low lunge. Drop your left knee down to the floor. Arms up and just breathe into that. Left hand down to the floor, right arm reaching up, right arm reaching back, right arm reaching up, right arm reaching forward, and hold that. So get down nice and low, pull the chest down, open the right knee out to the right. Come on up, reach up with that right arm. Reach it back, and then do a external rotation. So you're going to flip the hand so that the back of the hand is on the back of your back, so your low back. And just kind of press your back into the back of the hand, and your hand back into your back, and open the shoulder as best as you can. Again, meanwhile, the hips are sinking down, and you're just trying to breathe into that that hip flexor stretch in the lunge. And then we're going to release slowly, take the arm up, rotate out, and then plant the hand down. Lift up, point the toes to the left side of the mat, and then come into that wide-legged standing forward fold to your center. Go over to your left leg and grab behind the calf somewhere and draw your head towards your knee. Think about the outer ankle pushing into the floor as you're doing this. Other side. Really sink to center. Halfway lift. Reach your right arm up. Bring it down. Reach your left arm up. Bring it down. Walk forward back to the top of your mat to lunge. Step back into plank pose. Lower through. Chaturanga to up dog. Just hold this for a moment. Look over your right shoulder. Chest lifting, shoulders pulled down and back. Think about those shoulder blades. Go over to your, looking over your other shoulder here. And then come back to center and then down dog. Left leg lifts. You bend into that knee, open up that hip. Step forward, low lunge. Drop your right knee down to the floor. Reach up with both arms. Breathing. All right, take the right hand to the floor and lift up with the left arm. Okay, reaching up. Reach it back. Reach it up. And then reach forward and hold. Get the chest down low on the inside part of the left knee, opening the left knee out to the left. You can open the sole of the foot, so you should start to feel that stretch as the chest lowers. Reaching through the arms still, and then rising up. Reach up with that arm. Reach straight back with the arm. Spin the hand, so the back of the hand now. Bending your elbow, the back of the hand is on the back of your back, so on your low back. Then just lean into the hand. Look at that shoulder, the left shoulder opening up. Keep turning it open. So twisting to the left. Breathing. Sinking through the hips. All right, letting that go. Out, up, down. Lift up, turn so that the toes are pointing to the right side of the mat. So spinning that way, and then we're in the forward fold again. Go over to your right leg and bow towards the right knee. Holding at the ankle, holding at the calf, whatever you're holding on to. Then over to your left, do the same. Then back to center here, so we're going to come up to that halfway lift. Lift your right arm up, bring it down. Lift your left arm up, bring it down. Walk back over to the top part of the mat, left toes pointing forward, step back into plank pose, down through chaturanga, up dog. Let's just hold that back bend here for a moment. Breathing, pulling the shoulders back. Okay, let's come up to down to child's pose. So bringing up the hips and then sinking back through the hips towards your heels. Stretching into the back. Deep breaths into the spine. Okay, and then we're gonna do a balance pose as well as a stretch here in the tabletop form. Take the right leg back behind you and then swing that left shin off to the left. So you're in a side plank position. Bend into your right knee right away and then try and catch the top of your foot. Maybe more at the ankle. And then pull the foot in towards your seat and roll the right shoulder open. Maybe looking up at the ceiling as you're doing this. Make sure that you have that proper kickstand though, so that left shin is supporting you, your left hand is supporting you, hand underneath your shoulder or just in front of your shoulder. It's just so that you can focus on that opening. Shoulder, quad, hip. Breathing into the belly, take another deep breath in and out. And then we're gonna release. So just release that leg and then come back around to the tabletop pose. Switch sides. Left leg comes back and then right shin off to the right. So find that side plank right away, bend into the knee and then catch the top of the foot or at the ankle. And then start to expand and stretch into the pose. So feeling that left shoulder roll back, feeling the heel pulling closer towards your seat there, breathing into the belly. All right, one more deep breath in and out. All right, so releasing out, and then come around back to tabletop position. Coming back into a squat pose, so tucking your toes under and just pushing to the back of the mat so your hips are sinking down nice and low. So we're gonna go into Malasana pose, or the garland position, balancing on the balls of the feet and the toes. So folding forward, so you're just getting a nice rounded spine in this one. So you can either just bring the knees wide, walk your arms forward and sink back through the hips, also pull back through the hips, or you can take your arms underneath and grab onto your heels underneath there and then start drawing your head more towards your feet. Try to spread the collarbones nice and wide. If you're in this position, pushing your arm bones into the inner lines of the legs, so opening up the knees, touching the inner thighs as well. Breathing into the back, and letting go. Bring the knees down to the floor, untuck the toes, and then come back into hero's pose. So walking back however far you want to go back here, just to open up that chest. If that doesn't work for you, if the knees have issues with flexion, then you're here in camel position and just doing a gentle back bend if that feels better. So squeezing the shoulder blades back and just keep breathing. Breathing into the belly, breathing into the shoulders there. And then come on forward. Okay, so we're gonna spin around and we're gonna come onto the back from there. Rolling like a ball, grab onto the backs of your knees. Inhale, rock back, exhale, rock forward. You can not hold on to the knees if you want a little more ab work. If you feel like you didn't get enough, and you're doing that, just doing some rocking motion. Okay, and then coming back to happy baby pose, finally head on the floor and then grabbing onto your knees, grabbing onto your shins, or grabbing onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers and just rocking side to side. So here we are, just trying to cool it down even further. Eventually you're leading up to Shavasana. Breathing deep into the belly, into the shoulders. Take a deep breath in through the nose and deep breath out through the mouth here. So let's get into some glute stretching, more hip stretching here. So we're going to do eagle legs while we're here, crossing the right knee over the left knee and then lifting the legs up. Holding on to the knees, maybe holding on to the shins, maybe holding on right up to the ankles. Make sure your head can rest back on the floor, so you can lift your head up to hold on, get your grip, and then rest back onto the floor for that stretch. So if this is way too much, then just go to figure four, which is the right ankle cross over the left knee, threading through. Okay, that is your modification for this. Otherwise, enjoying this stretch here. Should feel that on the right glute here in both positions, figure four and the eagle position right now. Pulling the leg, when it's the kind of the action of pulling that right shin in towards the chest, which is going to intensify that glute stretch. So however intense you feel this, make sure your breath is matching that intensity. So if you feel this pretty intensely, then I want you to be breathing deep breaths in through the nose, really deep breaths out through the mouth. You're not holding the breath. Releasing that breath, exhaling, very important to trigger that relaxation response in the body. Okay, so take one more deep breath in and deep breath out. And then we're going to release. So release the grip, and then we'll take it into a twist right away with the legs fall to the left. So right over to the left in the eagle legs, maybe in some form of that figure four, or maybe just stacking the knees together, or straightening the bottom leg out from underneath the bent right knee. Do whatever, choosing your own adventure for this twist, reaching your right arm out to the right at various angles and exploring that range motion. Two more deep breaths in. And 2 breaths out. And slowly coming out of that pose and switching it around. So the left knee is going to go over the right knee, or your left ankle over your right knee for the figure four version. So otherwise, eagle pose version, and holding there. Okay, a couple more breaths here. Alright, so letting that go, we're going to twist to the right, let the legs fall to the right. Let the left arm reach out to the left. And playing around with that range of motion in the arm, turning the palm up or down, reaching overhead, reaching alongside your body, just seeing where you need to work on the range of motion in your shoulder, just getting more and more mobile here every time you do this practice. out just slowly. And then release. So into a hug ball of yourself. Grab onto the knees, bring your head in towards your knees, and squeeze. Give yourself lots of love and lots of oxygen in. Take deep breaths out. Releasing. Now feet to the floor with the knees bent for windshield wipers. Arms are out to a T position. Let your knees drop left and then right. And like I've said in other videos here, you can find the range of motion of just kind of test your range of motion with windshield wipers too as well if you just want to check it out. When you drop your knees to the left, say you want to pull your outer left knee and your inner right knee down to the floor as close as you can to the floor, and just kind of activate that stretch, feeling the stretch across your hip. And you'll find that the more you do it, kind of the more and more lower your knees will get down to the floor. So if you can only go this high or halfway, then just keep practicing, go to the other side. Maybe you'll find that one side, your knees will just be lower than the other side, and that's totally normal as well. We're just trying to balance it out eventually here. So creating that symmetry, doing the same thing on both sides as best as we can each time we practice. So I'm just kind of moving to more of a lazy knee rocking motion here, heavy through the arms and heavy through the whole upper body. You know, relaxing your feet as you're moving from side to side like this, relaxing the soles of your feet. Eventually, just slow it all the way down to move into Shavasana. Get into whatever kind of position you'd like to be in to be as less distracted as possible. So maybe that's sitting, maybe you're propped up with a bolster or some cushions to help you feel more comfortable. You can just try laying on the floor, laying on your mat, and just trying to see how relaxed you can get. Sometimes it can feel like the most comfortable thing if you're tired enough, and if you're just conscious enough of trying to relax all the muscles in your body. And that's what we're about to do here. So with your eyes closed or relaxed, and taking a deep breath in through the nose, filling the lungs, filling the belly, expanding the sides, taking a long, slow, deep breath out through the mouth, slowly emptying the lungs, belly, sides of your body, all the air out, and then begin again. So slow breath in again through the nose. And then washing yourself, breathe all that air out. So sound into your breath, just to help you bring more awareness to it. Or you can go to a counting kind of practice here, where you're counting an in count of 6. So 6 seconds, 6 heartbeats, and then exhaling count of 8. So you can start there. And then you can increase those ratios 7 and 9, 8, 10, as your breath rate slows down even more. So making sure those exhales are about 2 or so seconds longer than the inhales. Okay, and then just keep breathing here as you're relaxing. Just finding the back of the body grounding further into the floor, those heels digging in, calf muscles begin to relax, kneecaps, backs of knees, backs of thighs, all the muscles completely letting go, resting. Beginning grip and go around the tailbone, around the glute muscles, hips. Imagining your breath reaching down to the hips or any tension, tightness around the hips. Creating space on an inhale and creating a release on the exhale. Spine floating, resting on the mat. Mid to the upper back. Feel the shoulder blades settle down. Pull back to the arms, sink along with backs of the hands. Resting on the floor or on the mat. Letting go of the muscles, the sides of the neck, back of the neck, to let the head rest on the mat, on the floor, on the earth. Bringing the whole back body together, resting, charging. And we get to feel space across the front body, starting with the forehead. Allow all the lines to smooth out along the forehead, around the eyes, eyelids heavy, and relaxing the cheekbones, relaxing the jaw muscles, relaxing the tongue and the mouth. Soften the collarbones, chest and abdomen. Returning to the attention of your breath. Keep paying attention to the rhythm and to the rest. Time here, bringing the attention back to your breath to start. Just noticing the sound of your breath, and then noticing the movement that your breath is making in your body. So the chest rising, rib cage expanding on an inhale and pulling in on the exhale. That subtle wave running through the body with the breath. And you're breathing deeper. When you feel ready, you're adding on movement to fingers, toes, adding on wrists, ankles, and maybe knees bending, maybe twisting, maybe windshield wipers, whatever are your favorite stretches, whatever is the most intuitive for you to move into right now. This is the time. Moving with your breath, moving in your own yoga. Rolling or rocking over onto your right. And making your way to seated when you're ready. And continuing on, just sitting and relaxing, or just continuing on your Shavasana. If you're still there, that's great. You deserve it. Thanks for joining me tonight, everyone. Namaste. And yeah, have a great rest of your week. Check out more videos if you like this one. There are lots more HITT classes and Vinyasa Flow classes archived on this Facebook channel and also Melissa Shippey YouTube channel. Like this video if you liked it, and share it if you liked it even more, and leave a comment below or direct message me if you got something you want to say. So yeah, have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next week for Vinyasa Flow Yoga. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Bye everyone.